It is our favorite time of the week, Apple beta drops, and here we are on the 25th, as we assumed, with the latest iOS 26 Beta 8. And yeah, this should be our final beta. We'll talk all about it here in 1 second. Let's go ahead and do our temp check because the phone did warm up yet again, pretty hot while it's indexing, and you can see again, as expected, it is running somewhat warm. I'm very curious now with the next version of the iPhone 17 series, exactly how those new heat chambers are going to act, or the new battery covering to dissipate the heat that's been rumored. Hopefully that'll help here quite a bit. Now, all that aside, before we jump into this, do me a favor and make sure to consider subscribing to the channel and turning on those notifications so you know when we drop all of these new wallpapers in our Apple Replay, and get notified when all our new videos drop so you guys stay right on top of it. So jumping right into settings, general, and about, iOS 26 Beta 8 has another A build. So we're looking at 23A 5330A. This should be the final developer beta. Now, that's not to say we couldn't still possibly get another one next week, but most likely, this is it, guys. After 8 betas, we should get the RC now in a couple of weeks. We'll talk about that release schedule in a second. But a couple callouts here. One, this download was yet again over 10 gigs. This has been about 3 betas in a row where we have significantly got big downloads, and then the start of the installs have taken significantly longer than usual. That's on a 16 Pro Max. Comment down below, how long are these downloads taking for you guys to get ready after preparing for update from start of download to ready to go? Kind of seems a little strange. Maybe it's just because the download sizes have been larger, but I don't remember it historically taking that long. So, having said all that, 8 betas in, we are not expecting anything new here. These are all going to be about maximizing performance and battery life. So, talking about battery life right off the bat, since that's always something that comes up, iOS 26 Beta 7 had decent battery life, but it was very inconsistent. Some days it would sit on 100% for a long time, and then other days it would just start to tank. So today's one of those days. It has not been very good. Take that for what you want, but I did just want to call that out. Hopefully, again, with all this tweaking in Beta 8, that should be fixed. As always, I do want to call out our battery health, and as you can see, we are still sitting at 95% with 365 cycle counts. Again, we are only a few weeks away from the new iPhone 17 series, so for only losing 5% in a year, I'll take that. I've seen a lot worse historically. This one is not terrible. And then also iPhone storage, since we've been talking about this and you guys have been commenting down below for what you guys have, let's see where we're at here. Okay, it's went down a little bit, but our system data is still using 32.5 gigs. Most people that commented on our past videos have said this has only been around 4, 5, maybe 10. But yeah, we're sitting at 32 gigs still. That's kind of crazy. Again, this is always in flux. It will tweak day to day. But yeah, we have not seen a great drop in this in a while. And then as you probably saw right above it, iOS now has Apple Intelligence running at 6.27 gigs. iOS itself at 13.55, and then that total right under 20 gigs. Still substantial, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. And then let's do our typical liquid glass look in our control center, because every time we pull it down and swipe, let's see if this bug is finally fixed. Nope. You saw the delay right there, as has been the case. That first swipe always is delayed. I'm not quite sure what's going on. We've submitted the bug, but it seems to still be there. Again, guys, comment down below. Let us know if you're experiencing the same thing as well. And while we're looking at liquid glass here, you can see it doesn't seem to be too tweaked from Beta 7, so this looks to be what Apple is going to be riding with for the RC and public release. Everything looks to be pretty smooth here, no new splash screen. Let's go to music and see how that's looking. And everything looks the same here. Oh yeah, you still have those new animations in place. I definitely like it. I'm glad they settled back on this and didn't cave to some of the online peer pressure about the looks on this, so definitely good to see. Now, I did go ahead and run a Geekbench test, and this was somewhat surprising to me too. So as you can see here, we have a couple of tests here. From near the beginning, last week, and then now this week, and take a look at that multi-core score drop. That is pretty substantial. That's definitely interesting and not something you want to see. Even the single core is significantly lower, almost by 1,000 each. Not what you want to see going into an RC build, but here we are in case you guys like looking at this. Yeah, this is what we have. Very, very strange here. Glad we ran it to show you. Normally we don't talk about this too much because it doesn't impact day-to-day performance for regular users, but there you go. Very weird. Now, additionally too, let's go ahead and get our other iPhone out. For one of the first times in a while, the developer website does have the news updated for Beta 8 already, and you can see all those release notes here. We are not going to jump into everything simply because there is a ton of changes. So there's always going to be resolved issues, which are great to see. You always want to see those outnumber those known issues, but there are still known issues here throughout iOS, so just keep that in mind. From CarPlay to apps with issues, it's just a lengthy list. Again, you can find these by going to developer.apple.com, and you can read through these if you would like. Now, aside from this, let's go ahead and talk about what to expect. As it is the end of August now, it's really the last Monday in August, this is most likely, barring any crazy bugs found or any tweaks that are still needed, this is the last beta like we said. We will not have a beta 9 unless absolutely needed, but that doesn't mean next week, September 1st, we will get an update or another beta. That's not happening. Most likely we'll go on a 2-week break here until the week of the 8th, and then on the 9th, with the rumored Apple event dropping, that is when we should get the RC for developers, and then a week later on Monday the 15th, that should be the public release of iOS 26. Yes, we're finally done in the home stretch here for iOS 26. And then shortly after, we should start seeing iOS 26.1 beta 1 drop. But for now, until iOS 26 as a whole launches, that's kind of what we're looking at. Now, again, talking about the end of August being here, sometime this week, possibly tomorrow, not only will we see the Apple invite should be dropping for this event in a couple weeks, but public beta 5 should be on its way, and everything else with that as well. So really, we have a couple things to look forward to this week. Obviously, the public beta could be dropping in a couple hours, could be in the next couple days, but more exciting from that is the iPhone 17 launch. We should be getting those invites. We should be seeing them here shortly, and that is going to be super exciting. Now, that is it. Again, not too much else in this beta. Everything has been pretty smooth. Let's go ahead and jump in the Stocks app like we typically do really quick, just to check stories. And you can see it is running pretty smoothly. Liquid Glass looks great. Let's go to Tesla here, find an article. And yeah, not too shabby at all. So again, guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thumbs up this video. We greatly appreciate it. And let me know if you're excited for iOS 26 to be just a couple of weeks away from launch. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.